This question is asking about the volume of a cylinder, and a viewer asked if I could do some questions related to volume and surface area, and I'm happy to do that. If you have anything you'd like to see content-wise, just leave a comment and I will make it happen. The question says, a cylindrical water tank has a diameter of 8 feet and a height of 10 feet. What is the volume of the tank in cubic feet rounded to the nearest tenth? Okay, so the shape that we have is a cylinder, and that's a very common shape that you'll be asked about on the ACT. And often they'll give you an equation for the cylinder, and I could have included that. You could look that up in the material they give you, or if it's there, just use it, but we'll talk about it. So our shape is a cylinder. Let's see if I can get one drawn. So something like that. All right, and we're told that it has a diameter of 8. So the diameter is all the way across the top of the circle. And then it has a height of 10 feet. So diameter is 8, height is 10. And the volume is three-dimensional. And the way that you find a volume of a uniform shape would be to find the area of its base and then just multiply it by its height. So in this case, our base is a circle, so the equation for the area of a circle is equal to pi times the radius squared. And in this case, we're given a diameter, and the way in which a diameter and a radius relate is the radius is half of the diameter. So if the whole way across through the middle is 8, then from the middle to any point on the outside of the circle is half of that, which is 4. So we have the area of the top of our cylinder is pi times 4 squared. And 4 squared is 16. So this area of the top is 16 times pi, or just 16 pi. So again, to find the volume, you take the area of the base and you multiply it by its height. And so in this case, the volume, we'll write it this way, area of base times the height. And for the area of our base, we just said was that 16 pi. So now we have 16 pi times 10, which if you do 16 times 10, that's 160. So our volume is 160 pi. And we want our answer rounded to the nearest tenth. And if you look at the answers, we just have numbers with decimal points to the tenth, one digit after the decimal. So use a calculator. You might have one on your screen, but 160 times, and then find the pi button on the calculator. And so 160 times pi gives us 502.65, which if we rounded the 6.5 up to the nearest tenth, we get 502.7. So our volume is 502.7, and we find that in choice C.